Hi and welcome to our new series, How I Settled in West Sweden. In this series, you will hear the real stories of people who have embraced living in a new country and have settled in West Sweden. Today, we hear the story of Niyat Ghebremichael, who moved to Borås from Germany to live with her partner.
Finding a community was one of the most important factors in settling in Borås. It really made me feel that in Sweden work-life balance is a priority and I was able to focus on my family without stress. There's a real sense of community here and people are very welcoming, which makes it easy to feel like home. My name is Niyat. I moved from Germany, Frankfurt, to Borås 5 years ago. And I really come to appreciate the city and also Sweden. And my professional background is in marketing. I work in an agency in Gothenburg. I moved to Borås because of my partner. We met in Germany, and after visiting him in Sweden several times, I quickly fell in love with the country, and it became very logical and natural for me as a next step to take. I just moved to Borås, started a new chapter together with him. My ex-boss was very happy for me. Of course, she was also a bit sad that I leave. But when I told her that I will move to Borås, she gave me a book that called 8 Stunden mehr Glück. If you translate it to English, that called 8 Hours More Happiness. At that time, I didn't know a lot about Sweden, so I was very thankful for that. The book is from a Dutch author who interviewed employees in the Nordics about work and also about life and why the Scandinavians are happier at work and what we can learn from them. So the employee responses from the interview was, for example, there's more trust and you are not controlled all the time. It's very flexible. It's a very good work-life balance. You can work more efficient. And if there's something, for example, that you want to change, you just raise your hand. And also that you get always asked about the purpose and about the why and also about your opinion. Also that Sweden want to agree on things and want everybody to be happy. So I totally agree with all these. Yeah, so they are very hardworking but also humble at the same time. There was nice inspiration from the beginning and yeah, I can just agree with that. So I moved in 2019 and I was fortunate to secure a job opportunity with an agency in Gothenburg right from the start. So I already started to apply from Germany here in Sweden. And this gave me a sense of stability as I adjusted to life in a new city. I moved into the apartment of my fiance, which made the transition much smoother. My experience with parental leave in Sweden has been very positive. So, one of the things I really appreciate about the Swedish system is how flexible it is compared to other countries. When I took parental leave, I was given a good amount of time off, which allowed me to really bond with my child without worrying about work. And the leave can be splitted between the parents. So it's possible to share responsibility, which I think is fantastic. And Sweden has a very organized system for parental benefits where you receive financial support during the leave based on your income. And the application process was so straightforward, and the system was very digital, or is very digital, making it easy to manage everything online. Yeah, compared to Germany, it's very much a bureaucracy, and also it's not so much digital. So yeah, I still have parental leave days left, and think I can use them until the kids are 9 or so. So that's very nice. And another highlight was how supportive my employer was. So they respected my right to take time off and made the whole process seamless. It really made me feel that in Sweden, work life balance is a priority, and I was able to focus on my family without stress. And also, after my second child, I returned to work after 8 months, but on a 75 schedule. So I'm working at the moment from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. And this, yeah, perks very great for me, and I can do it as long as I need. And additionally, I also work most of the time remotely, which is also very nice for flexibility. So when a child is sick, for example, either my partner or I can take advantage of the VAP, the childcare leave. And also there, the process is very straightforward. Yeah, so that's very nice. Bringing up a young family here in Borås has been a wonderful experience. So the city is very family friendly with plenty parks and playgrounds and also green spaces that are very perfect for kids. So we often go for walks in the beautiful parks or we spend time at the local playgrounds. And there's a real sense of community here, and people are very welcoming, which makes it easy to feel like home. And the education system in Borås is very great. There are very good schools and daycare options. They have like international schools, but also Montessori schools. And we have found the staff be very supportive and involved in the children. As a family, we appreciate quite the city is, like how quiet the city is, and the fact that everything is very close. Whenever it's shopping, medical services, or activities. And the Swedish system is very supportive of families with benefits like parental leave, work life balance, which I think is supported when you're raising children. When I'm not working, most of the time I spend time with my kids. So my youngest is at a very fun stage right now. So he just turned 1 and has started walking, which is both exciting and also workout for me. And my older one is 3. Together, they keep me really on my toes. Let's just say keeping them entertained is a full-time activity in itself. And Bodos has so much to offer for families. For example, there's this city library. It's not only cozy, but also has a dedicated play area for children. And there's one separate floor. They have theme rooms inspired by the popular book Knackapo, where we are very often. And Borås has great swimming spots and a very large zoo, climbing activities, and markets in the city. So there are many things to explore. Of course, there are some challenges. So the winter definitely stood out. So I moved to Sweden in February. It was towards the end of winter, but it gets dark so early and the cold can feel endless. Every winter, I have to find like new ways to keep my spirit up and make it through until spring. But one thing that I have noticed though is how some people here don't let the weather affect them at all. For example, my boss, he's always so positive and happy, no matter if it's pouring rain or snowing. So that attitude is inspiring. And yeah, also Swedish summer, they are amazing. And they have nice places, like very nice beaches, but sometimes the beach weather is not guaranteed in summer. So you learn to appreciate the sunshine. When it stopped, another challenge, of course, was missing my friends and family and also the environment back home. So over time, you realize that you're missing some important events like birthdays or weddings. But the flip side on that is that Frankfurt is just 1.5 flight from Gothenburg. When I'm back in Frankfurt, it becomes very such an intense and positive time. One of my friends once joked and said, Niyat, we don't see each other so often, but when you are here, everyone shows up. So it's true that those visits feel special and meaningful because we all make the most of it. What helped me personally was, of course, the support of my partner. So he introduced me to his friends and to his family, of course, which gave me a solid social network and also helped me to understand how things work here. That made the transition much smoother. And another factor was the fact that everyone speaks fluently English, which makes it easy for me in the beginning. However, I soon realized the importance of learning Swedish as to truly integrate. Yes, the language was difficult for me in the beginning. So I started as a FE, so Swedish for immigrants, but I didn't stick with it at first. And recently I switched to one-to-one private lessons, which has been much more effective for me. So since I didn't need to use Swedish much at home and also at work or with friends initially, it took a while before I started speaking it on a daily basis. But now it has improved a lot. And there are also these Språk Coffee in Borås, but also nearby in Gothenburg, which is a very great place to meet other internationals. So they offer a very relaxed environment, and so you can practice the language and also connect with people who are in the same situation. So speaking Swedish from the beginning would have helped me to integrate much more smoothly into both my personal but also professional life. For example, it would have been easier to make local friends, and additionally, understanding the language more deeply would have helped me navigate everyday tasks with more confidence. For example, going to the doctor or participating in community events, and also during my parental leave when meeting other parents. So I think it's important also for the feeling, also to feel more connected to the culture and to the people around you. I think being able to speak Swedish opens up more opportunities for meaningful interaction and helps you to feel more at home. So finding a community was one of the most important factors in settling in Borås. First, I didn't need to find it because it came naturally because of my partner. He introduced me into his family and friends early on, which made me feel very welcomed and supported. And I also joined a German community in Borås, which was another great way to connect with others who shared similar experience and cultural background. Being both part of the local but also international communities really helped me feel more at home and gave me the support I needed to settle in more easily. Borås has a lot to offer for a small city. It's very well known for its art scene with mural on the walls and also the huge sculptures in the city, which make the city very creative. And there are also some great restaurants and cozy cafes for fika. An interesting museum like the Textile Museum, which reflects the city's industrial heritage. And despite being a smaller city, it never felt boring. So there's always something to explore or to experience. Plus, everything is within close reach, which makes it very easy to get around. Plus, the city is surrounded by nature. So if you enjoy outdoor activities, you will love it here. And Sweden in general is known for being very welcoming to internationals, and Borås is no exception. So many services are available in English, and the process of settling in is quite easy, from registering with the authorities to finding a house or job. You also get these personal number, like the personal identification number, and you could do everything with it. And it was so quick setup. That's very nice. It's a lovely city with a great balance of modern living and small town feeling. So if you look for a quieter, more relaxed place, but with good services, this could be the perfect place for you.
In the next episode, you will hear the story of Fernanda Arago, who moved to Gothenburg from Brazil as her husband got an exciting job opportunity.
It may take time to you to figure out how you can help this new society. Especially if you are a partner, be patient. It's a challenge, but I moved with a very positive mindset. Is it easy? No, it's not at all. I would say that we learn on the way and we find our own way. But I got a lot of experience here, and I had a great opportunity